Hello there, everybody, and today for Beavis and Butthead Season 3, I'm already reviewing the latest 2 episodes. I forget what this one's called. It's called Delinquents. I'll just call it that. But this is where Beavis and Butthead mistake a bank for being a sperm donor facility. But they get kicked out of another one that they were just at. And the doctor says, don't come back here ever. So I'm guessing they did something a little naughty. But of course the duo mistaken a bank for being a sperm donor place after misspelling it per usual like they do in the show. And it says Spring Bank. And of course they think that means sperm bank. But of course once they go into this bank, they're asking for money, and the main receptionist dude, he tells the duo that asks them if they have a bank account, but of course the duo has no clue what he's talking about. So they decide to just wander off in the bank and try to find like a way to get into the ATM, which they think is a sperm bank, but of course it doesn't work for them since they don't have an ATM card, and they decide to go into a private room after being instructed by the banker. But of course, we get an off-screen where Beavis and Butthead do something a little too naughty. I'm not going to say on YouTube, but of course the duo think they've done the deed. But once they see a baby, they think they've done it, and the episode just ends with them wandering off. So yeah, this episode was definitely confusing in my opinion. It was just Beavis and Butthead thinking they're gonna just get some in a bank, and of course they just misconstrue just everything, and I almost thought they were just gonna cause more chaos in the bank, but of course not as much. And they even whisper to the baby. I feel so bad for the baby since he has to be influenced by Beavis and Butthead. But as for the commentaries they react to, I think they react to like a family music video, and of course they make fun of it per usual. I thought that was funny. But probably the next episodes where things get really different. This is called Nacho Supreme. So this is where we get the return of Burger World. I'm happy to see Burger World again. I thought it was going to be like the last few episodes, but no, it's back. But the duo are told they have to serve nachos at Burger World, but of course they misconstrue with the juice machine with being a slushy maker. So they put a bunch of nachos into the machine, and they make some gross looking nacho, like, I don't know, like a nacho supreme, whatever they want to call it, like a nacho shake, and they start drinking it, and they think this idea is going to make them bank. And so they have a little imagination. This is what we saw in the trailer where the duo were grabbing like various gold pieces and throwing it at Metallica, and we literally get a cameo from Metallica. I thought that was super cool. They even knocked the main guy. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at who the band is for Metallica, but I know a lot of people love Metallica and AC/DC. But Beavis, of course, throws up a pint of gold, and he knocks the dude out, and that scene was hilarious. And of course they take over the school, and they're gonna change it into a strip club, and I thought that was hilarious, and the girls are all over Beavis and Butthead. But of course we know this dream and imagination is all false, since literally the nacho shake goes wrong. As of the next day, when they put some sperm they find in the bathroom into the machine, they end up creating a shake that is deadly poisonous for the customers. And then the next day, when they come back to Burger World is now shut down because it has an F by a health inspector, and the Burger World manager is devastated by this, and he doesn't even suspect Beavis and Butthead are behind it at all, and he just grabs his his face as he is bummed. But of course, Beavis and Butthead congratulate him. But of course, he tries to explain how that's not a good thing, since F is bad. But they've never been below a B. Honestly, Burger World should be an F, since Beavis and Butthead cause a lot of chaos at Burger World. Literally, in the 2011 episodes, they brought a rat to Burger World, causing it to get all over the food. And now the food's probably full of poison because the rat is full of diseases. So Beavis and Butthead just made it worse, since Beavis and Butthead have poisoned the food before. And of course, they get off scot-free. But of course, it just leads to Beavis and Butthead just wanting to have their Nacho Supreme a lot more. But, of course, this episode was definitely a hilarious one. Definitely a lot more entertaining than the last episodes. The last episode, just, I don't know. I didn't really get where the plot was going with that one. But this one, I definitely like the Nacho Supreme and the return of Burger World. The next episode, I think, is going to be where Beavis and Butthead are trapped in the bathroom. That's what I saw in the little teaser. But I'm surprised we didn't get old Beavis and Butthead, since they're doing back and forth with the whole regular Beavis and Butthead and old Beavis and Butthead. But they're probably going to return the next episode. If not, we're probably going to get them the next time, since we do see a little teaser of old Beavis as Cornholio. So that should be interesting. But yeah, this episode, probably an 8 out of 10. This one, probably a 6. But maybe I have to rewatch it to understand a lot better. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on these 2 episodes. I definitely think this show's still rocking it in season 3. I just hope it keeps on continuing. And I hope we do get a season 4. I'm going way above the future of the show. But yeah, that's my thoughts. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.